Hello, Michael.
Hi, Tarik.
Hi. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for the invitation.
So we will be discussing actionable insights on how to do Amazon ads, how to manage the full funnel ads, how to
Yeah,
manage the multi-channel advertising for a brand that is selling on Amazon through seller program and vendor program,
yeah,
and we will and with some best practices on how to automate ads management and make it scalable for small teams. So thank you for being here.
yeah. Pleasure to be here.
So if you can please present yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Michael Weiss. I co-founded a brand called ShapeHeart almost 9 years ago now. So it's basically we're doing sports accessories, smartphone accessories. So it could be motorbike or cycling mounts to have your smartphone on your bike, running accessories like armband, belt, and the let's say the special thing about ShapeArt is that from day one we are omni-channel. So we sell in brick and mortar shops. You can find us at a big shop like Decathlon or Intersport, stuff like that, in all the European countries. And on the other side, day one, we also started selling, obviously on our own website, but mainly on Amazon. So it's something specific because sometimes, I mean, most of the time, brand they're starting on one channel. Then after a few years, they start a second one. And for us at ShapeOut, day one, we started with brick and mortar, Amazon, and our own website.
Okay, I already have tons of questions about your
Yeah,
introduction, but let me also introduce myself.
yeah, sure.
So for the listeners, so I'm Tarik Barada, CEO and co-founder of M19. So M19 is an ad tech partner of Amazon. So we do ads automation and optimization for Amazon, full funnel, from sponsored product, brand, display to DSP. So our value is to make campaign creation, optimization, all this simple, automated, and backed with AI and machine learning for the optimization piece. So this is uh, what we do. So we serve all the countries wherever Amazon Ads is live. We are live, which means like more than, I don't have the exact count, but 24 countries worldwide, and we have customers all over the world. So if I come back to your introduction, my first question is: you are saying that you started selling on Amazon almost from day one.
Yeah,
How important is Amazon for you? What share of top line or revenue is
yeah.
Amazon in your company?
So Amazon gonna weigh 30% of the revenue we do annually.
30.
Yeah, 30.
Okay. And when you started, there was already Amazon ads, or at that time there was no.
When I started Amazon, it was back in 2010, 2011. So it was different Amazon. And I come back when we launched ShapeArt. So we launched in 2017, 18 Amazon. So yeah,
It was already.
yeah, it was already, but it was complete different game. I mean, in 7, 8 years, the selling on Amazon is, I mean, you cannot compare with what we did in the past. But yeah, ads was it was mainly sponsored product.
Okay.
It was mainly sponsored product. Yeah, back in the time.
And almost no competition, and the
And
CPCs were
and
very
no
low.
competition. On yeah on niche. I mean, it's mainly dominated by Chinese brands because all the factories in the world are in China. So we already had some competition, to be honest, um, but no, nothing we can compare to what we have now, where all the listings are really well done. Even the quality of the product, I mean, is way better than what it used to be a few years ago. So. Uh, it yeah, it was different. To be
Okay.
honest, it was different. Even though the listing and we already had the flat file in at the time and sponsor products stuff like that. Um, yeah, it was different.
Great. You said that from day one, and you are still multi-channel in terms of
Yeah.
sales. What about acquisition? I know that you are also multi-channel. You are not.
Yeah, and
What's your strategy there? How you balance between Amazon and the rest?
yeah, and I can share the beginning of the story. Why we went on Amazon at first. Um, the of course I already knew the platform, so it was easier for me to put the product on Amazon. But one of the things we really wanted is to have a good credibility of the brands. And when you start a brand, we are French, based in Paris, and to sell in Germany, in Spain, and Italy, when nobody knows you, it's really hard to get the credibility. They're gonna land on your Shopify website and say, okay, I don't know the brand, so I don't have any trust. So this is first. This is also why we went on Amazon, uh, because yeah, the consumer knows if there is any issue, I will send back the product. So and the second thing was a review, okay, because it's too easy to fake the review on your website. You can monitor everything, even it's a verified review or whatever. You can use any platform. You can cheat. So to us, it was really important to say, okay, with Amazon, it will give us the credibility, mainly abroad, to be able to expand. So knowing that, we kept at first the acquisition on Meta, Google, and Amazon. Amazon was, I don't know, something like 5%, 10%, 5% of the spending,
Of the budget.
of the budget. Yeah. And Meta was number one. We did something like 70% Meta, 25% Google, and the rest on Amazon. Right now, it's completely different. We do 60% on Amazon, let's say 30% on Meta, and the rest a little bit on Google. We stopped, and a little bit of TikTok for cheap CPM, and yeah.
And how do you consider now, like other channels, acquisition channels that are not Amazon ads? How do you see them? It's to bring traffic to your own website, to drive external traffic to Amazon. What's the strategy behind it?
Yeah, the strategy is that I think the most important point to manage your ads, and which channel you're going to use and where you're going to spend money, is to understand that you don't care where the client buy the product.
This is the reality of you don't care.
You don't care, and you don't have to care. This is the key points of owning multi-channel and omni-channel brands. Whether the client buy at Decathlon, at the mom and pop shop in the corner of the street, or on Amazon, or whatever, we don't care. We don't care. We want to be everywhere, and the client will choose. If he wants a fast delivery, okay, it could be on Amazon. If he wants the product right now, he can just go down on the shop, because we have like 6,000 shops in Europe selling the product. So you can have like an instant delivery if you just go to the shop. You can buy on the website if you want, or whatever. We don't care. We don't care, and this is the most important.
But it will be a mess to measure, because
It's a mess to measure, but and this is the first thing, we don't care where the client buys the product. So this is a basis to monitor what we're spending and how we do it. Okay, we're gonna take all the amount we spend on ads. So we're gonna group Amazon, Meta, TikTok, Google, influencers, all the online ads we're gonna do, and we're gonna take all the revenue we have online also. Okay, so we're gonna take Amazon, both 1P and 3P. We're gonna take all the marketplace we have, for example, Decathlon marketplace, MediaMarkt marketplace, stuff like that. We're gonna take our own websites, and we're gonna measure. You can call it the way you want, like the super tacos, total taco, whatever, but or blended ROAS, or whatever you want to name it. But at the end, it's okay. Everything we spend online versus everything we can have as revenue online, and this is how we manage. Okay, so this is the first step. This is how we manage the profitability of ads, and then to know, okay, whether we need to push on Amazon or whether we need to push on Shopify, on Meta, or whether we need to push on TikTok or whatever, it's test and learn. And this is what we did, for example, with Google. We stopped spending money on Google.
You stopped?
We stopped.
Okay. Like Amazon.
No, we stopped.
Okay.
And said, okay, and at the end, the revenue still was still growing.
Okay.
So now Google is almost zero at ShapeHeart.
Cool. So you mentioned 1P and 3P, like seller and vendor. So you are selling through vendor agreement and through your own seller account on Amazon. How do you balance between the two in terms of ads, Amazon ads management? How do you see both channels?
So we are mainly a vendor, and seller is the backup, because when you are a vendor, when you are well distributed in brick and mortar shops, you will always have buy box issue because one big retailer can make a promotion or whatever. So we will always struggle with the buy box
because of sales match from Amazon.
Exactly, because of the price match.
Price match.
Yeah, but it's okay. This is a game, and we know it. And so it's good to have the seller accounts as a backup. To manage the ads, and this is where it can be a bit tricky, because when you update all the campaign on the vendor side, if you don't do it on the seller side and the buy box switch from one to another, it could be a nightmare. And this is why it's automated.
We will talk about the automation.
We will talk about, but no, this is one of the key points. You cannot have an hybrid strategy without automation.
So the main key point, there you have automation on top of the two, and you put it in a way that you keep both synchronized. Whatever change you make in terms of ad strategy on seller, you need to have the same changes on vendor, and you need to keep this synchronization between the two, because you are selling the same product on both, and seller as a backup.
For vendor. For us, seller is a backup. It's not we have one assortment on vendor and one on seller. We have the same SKU being sold.
And sponsored product brand display on the three. Okay, you don't have any concerns about sponsored brand delivery without buy box and these type of things, or you do, or you don't care?
No, to be honest, the main issue we have managing the hybrid model is with sponsored products, because on the brands you land on the store.
It's sponsored brand, you do it mainly through vendor and vendor advertising account.
Yeah. And the sponsored products, again, we have a strong competition in front of us. So some keywords are really, we are really struggling on some, on the main keywords. So we cannot have a few days without spending money on those keywords. Or we notice it like instantly on the ranking of the product. So it's mainly sponsored products. SB, it's okay.
All right, so you do the three sponsored ads format, sponsored brand and display mainly through a vendor account. You try to keep them synchronized. You do heavy automation. Now tell us more about how you do this automation and how do you measure?
So automation, we started in 2020, I think, right after the lockdown, the COVID lockdown. And we started to use, so M19.
Nice.
No, and to be honest, we've tested different tools, and this is the spirit of ShapeHeart, doing well managing our time. We are a really small brand. In terms of people, only 6 people working at the company, so it's a really small team. and same on Amazon. It's one person. Okay. Um,
Like one person working on Amazon, everything, like
yeah, yeah,
managing
yeah,
the catalog, like the relation
exactly.
with
Yeah, with let's say 25 ASINs.
and what budget on Amazon, just to make
We're gonna
people
we're gonna spend 600,000 this year,
500,000, more than half a
more
million a
more than
year.
half a million.
Okay, so with one person doing everything, PPC included.
Yeah, and I do the PPC myself.
Okay.
I do the PPC myself, and so I'm managing the company with my partner. So obviously, I cannot spend my entire day switching the bid from 2 cents or no. It's This is not the philosophy we have, and this is why we looked on the market to find a good tool and good automation, because this is something we strongly believe, and it's right for the ads, but for a lot of other topics. I don't see the value spending 2 hours or 3 hours a day adjusting bids,
Harvesting
checking,
keywords,
harvesting
managing
keywords.
budget.
Yeah, exactly. And again, if you are launching a new product every 2 weeks, I can understand that. But we launch 1 or 2 products per year. That's it. So I don't see any value doing that. And the other thing was, okay, 25 ASINs. They are in 5 different niche. So it's 5 different kind of keywords, 5 countries. We mainly sell in Europe. Um, so if you want to create all the campaign manually, it's a nightmare. I mean,
It's impossible.
it's not impossible, but it's a nightmare. And we all know the ads console, even though the ads has evolved a lot over the last few months. You cannot compare. Even the dashboard and stuff like that.
It's improving. It's getting better and
It's
better.
getting better
There's
and
more
better.
automation built in.
But with a tool, I make one strategy, and it's gonna create the 50
Yeah.
campaign by itself. So the difference is huge, and it doesn't mean I cannot go into the console to check some data from time to time and stuff like that. But I cannot spend half of my time managing ads, and it's always the Pareto law. It's like 28 the 20 80. Okay, so
With M19, it's
yeah, this is 10.
95.
No, but to be honest, and I mean, I have a lot of friends also selling on Amazon, and they spend a lot of time optimizing PPC. Great, but maybe you can spend
It's not
this
worth
time
it.
to create new products, to enter new markets, to manage your brick and mortar shops, stuff like that. And to me, there is more value spending time on this task than optimizing and maybe manually. I say maybe if I train, and maybe after a few years I would be able to do better than a bot and machine learning, and maybe I don't know, but this is not a game I want to
I can tell you
to
that
play.
you won't be
I
able
don't want to
to
play
get
this
it.
game.
And what about steering and measurement?
Yeah, and this is the other point. All about dashboards and measurements, because yeah, you have a lot of value in all the reports, placement reports, stuff like that. You can download from Amazon, no problem with that. The search query performance, stuff like that. You have a lot of value, but you can also spend like a full week, every week, just analyzing. No, there is so much data, so you can do everything, and this is why I really love M19. This is all the dashboard parts, because we have two way of using those dashboards. The first one is, okay, every morning I connect on the platform. I can check, okay, did we spend money yesterday? Everything is on track. I can see, I can manage ACOS, TACOS, impression, conversion rate, click-through rate. I have all the data. All my custom dashboards are already set up, so it's perfect. This is the first part, which to me is nice. It's nice. Yeah, it's really easy to manage. And the other part is also we can collect all the data, and this data we fuel it in all the dashboard of the company. So it means I take all the data from M19 and I send those data to Google Sheets, where I plug also Meta, Google, TikTok, and so I have like one big data
Okay.
hub that updated itself every day.
So you have your own data lake with your
Exactly.
company level reporting.
Yeah, exactly. Using Google Sheet and Supermetrics, and that's it.
Okay.
And this is super useful because again, yes, I'm gonna manage Amazon performance, and Amazon is is number one in the budget at ShapeHeart for the moment. And I think it will be that way for the next few years. But I need to manage, like, again, I need to manage the global picture. Okay, so if I just analyze Amazon itself, it can be interesting. If the performance are good, it's good, but it will also depend on what I spend on Meta. The more I spend on Meta, the more money I also do on Amazon.
Okay. And let me ask you another tricky question about measurement. You mentioned that you are looking at your ACOS, total ACOS, just to set the stage for people who don't know what total ACOS
Okay.
is ad spend, how much you are investing to your top line, to your total revenue, not only sponsored sales, but organic sales. So you are looking at global return on ad spend. But we know that some formats are not that are more higher in the funnel, for example, sponsored brand and display. I can understand that you look at your global spend and you see what's the total return on ad spend. But how do you steer, for example, sponsored brand and
Yeah,
sponsored display?
or DSP.
And yeah, my next question was we'll
Okay,
be
sorry.
going to DSP just after
Yeah,
that.
but I
How
talked
do you
about
do
DSP
this
because
one?
this is the same spirit. Um, well, this is the tricky part because
I know
yeah,
this is a tricky.
attribution is a nightmare, and nobody knows how to solve it right now. If I mean, nobody knows how to solve that. So what we do is, okay, we're gonna do I don't know, for 1 month I'm gonna say, okay, this month I'm gonna try to push on the sponsor brand video, for example, and I will check after 1 month the results. Can I notice an increase in the revenue? Yes or no? Is it something quite significant? We're gonna do some tests like that. So obviously, when I told earlier that, okay, we cut Google, it's okay to it's super easy to measure, okay, because it was few thousand a month, so you cut it, easy. Yeah, it's so we're gonna do that, so small tests, but it's, to be honest, it's really hard. It's really hard. So for example, I don't know if I'm gonna have a tacos of I don't know. I'm gonna manage tacos, but for example, in M19, you set up based on the ACOS. So if I'm gonna put a ACOS of 30% for sponsored product, I know that for sponsor brand video, I'm gonna set up an ACOS of 30 or 40 or 50. I'm gonna try to spend more. I'm not gonna look for profitability, like instant profitability of the campaign. But
Okay.
it's to be honest, it's really hard to measure.
Okay, so
Really hard.
if I get you right, you don't look at ROAS you don't compare ROAS sponsored brand to sponsored product.
No.
You expect to have a different ROAS. Since you are steering with ROAS, you input a significantly higher one on sponsored brand, and then you measure. You let it run for
Yeah.
a couple of weeks, and you measure
Yeah.
at the end overall
Yeah.
if it's if you have a significant
Yeah,
impact.
exactly. And the other part that is really tricky with our brand is that we have a lot of seasonality. So there are some period of the year I cannot run any tests because, for example, from March to May, this is where the season is starting. People, I mean, the weather is good. People are taking going outside with the bike, motorbike, running, stuff like that. So we are a bit stuck because it's really hard to make A/B test. Yeah,
Yeah, you have the
exactly.
seasonality at the same time.
Exactly. So, for example, right now, October, November, this is the period where I do a lot of tests.
I know that you are now using DSP as well.
Yeah.
So tell us more about your DSP journey and how
The
do you...
DSP journey, yeah, it started like 3 years ago. We tried 3 years ago with an agency. Okay, so the agency was good actually, but you don't have a lot of visibility. You have like
There was AMC at that time?
yeah, but
It was the beginning.
it was the beginning, and to be honest, it was not that simple to understand. And even when I challenged the agency on AMC to understand the journey, the consumer journey, and stuff like that, the answer I got was well, I was not satisfied. Plus I mean, the cost structure of DSP, the freight, I mean, the fees of the agency, stuff like that. So we tried. It was not really significant, so we stopped. So 3 years ago, and we started again a few months ago. And I started again. First, I did it myself.
Through the advertising console, through the DSP advertising console.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. Even I mean, I think I know the advertising console pretty well, but managing DSP was. It's not that it's complicated, but you have so much option and so much parameter and features. To be honest, you can spend like hours and hours and days and weeks maybe on it. But I started like that. It was not that good, and then you released the DSP within the tool, and since then we have a budget running. And to be honest, with DSP, this is something we like. Is like, okay, it's 3 or 5 clicks, and I don't manage it. I just gonna follow the figures and the KPI and stuff like that, but I don't have the end insights managing all the features, the parameters, stuff like that. So it's super easy. And same for AMC. I have the dashboards in the platform. So everything is centralized in one tool. And to me, this is something important.
Can you remember me what's the name of the tool? So, right. So thanks for sharing your DSP journey. Can you tell us a bit more about why you do DSP? What's the goal behind it?
Yeah.
And if you measure something, what do you measure? Like,
yeah. So why we do DSP? I mean, this is. This is all about the full funnel. And to date, the top of funnel was only made on Meta. Okay, we have like really visual products, so a lot of videos. And on Meta, we are spending 95% of the budget on videos, creatives. The thing is, you need a lot of different touch points. To convert a client. And the thing we believed is that if we succeed in diversifying the top of funnel, it will help us. I don't know. This is something we are testing. So it means instead of spending 100% of the top of funnel budget on Meta, we want to split these budgets and move a part to TikTok because TikTok is also interesting, and parts on DSP. We really want to diversify the top of funnel, and right now it's a bit early to have like real results. I think we will see it for the next season, but this is a bet we thought about a few months ago. Videos is something that gonna take big part of the budget for any brands. at ShapeHeart, it's even bigger because the product we are selling are you need to see it in video to understand how it works and stuff like that. So yeah, for us, video gonna be like critical. It's gonna be the most important. And obviously, we don't want to spend everything on the same platform. So if we try to switch some budgets, if we succeed to switch some budget from Meta to Amazon and TikTok, this could be very interesting. And also with AMC, it will be interesting because Amazon will have a lot of different data. So this is something we're going to challenge. It's a bit earlier to say, okay, we have this knowledge or these results, but we believe in it. We really believe
Okay,
in it.
it's really interesting to hear you having this strategy of diversification, switching budget from Meta to Facebook at the upper funnel. But I think also it will be easier, since I know that you are a heavy guy measuring everything, because in terms of sales attribution, even if it's tough, but at least it's better than on Meta, because everything is happening on one platform. You have the post click and post view on DSP while you are doing top of funnel
Yeah.
of Amazon. You can nail down from the showing your ad on whatever other website, then landing on Amazon, generating a sale, and you can even see exactly which campaign led to which sale and get the full funnel. So in addition to the diversification, like the fact of having everything in one place, being able to tie it to user level, to the audience and to the campaign level, I think is also an edge for the DSP solution compared to other like upper funnel.
Yeah, for sure. I would love that all the platform talk to each other and share data, but it will never happen. So no, this is also why we're gonna move budget, because this is one of the issue we have on Meta or TikTok. It's like, okay, we send 100% of the traffic on our own websites, okay, but even though people are gonna land on the websites, gonna add to carts on our websites, I mean, 80% of the sales are going to Amazon. We know that they're going to compare price or whatever, and at the end they're going to buy on Amazon.
Okay.
So this is why we are operating this move. We'll see. I think in a few months we'll be able to have this conversation again, and maybe I will have some like key figures and yeah, to share. We'll see.
Okay.
I hope so.
So thanks, Michael. Before
Welcome.
closing, if you can share with us one best practice or advice to do a full funnel advertising or acquisition on Amazon. Just one quick one.
The quick one.
One takeaway.
No, to be honest, the takeaway is it's gonna sound sponsored, but this is true. To automate it. No, you need to put in place automation, because at the end the key takeaway is like, don't spend too many time managing details, but spend time on managing your brand and developing product and stuff like that. This is the key takeaway at ShapeHeart.
Okay. Your advice is look for an automation platform. By the way, there's not only M19 doing that.
No,
there are other tech
platform
providers.
Yeah, but you need I don't know. You see a lot of people.
Rule-based machine learning, full funnel, not full funnel.
I to be honest, it depends on the size of the brand or whatever. But I see way too many content saying, okay, you need to spend hours every day optimizing the bid for each keyword, stuff like that. No, this is not true. Okay. Not true. Maybe if you do 100 million on Amazon, yeah, you can have a full team spending because you're gonna increase your profitability by 1%, and 1% over 100 millions, yeah, it makes a difference. If you do a few millions, I mean,
it's not worth
double down on product and markets.
And in the AI era, there are good solutions that
will do the
job.
So really spend time on your brand and your products more than trying to find hacks or whatever.
And spend time on choosing the right automation for your ads. So
Yeah,
thank you, Michael.
you're welcome.
Thank you.